Yesterday at about 9:45 in the evening, we lost one generator, Lake Turkana wind generation, which you know is 310 megawatts. It was a sudden loss, a sudden drop, and that caused an overload in the system. The system felt an overload, and we had a cascade switch off, which happened pretty fast, and the whole country was in darkness within a few minutes. We came to confirm what had happened. We called all the engineers to go to their stations, be it transmission engineers, be it generation engineers, to go to their stations so that they could help us as the National Control Center tried to diagnose the problem. As soon as we identified that Lake Turkana had dropped because of a fault that some of our engineers who we flew in to Lake Turkana this morning are trying to identify through the system logs. As soon as the problem was identified, we were able to isolate Lake Turkana physically and started building up the system to again provide power because we had identified where the problem was coming from. But what must be understood in power systems is that when you generate, the load must be off-taken. You don't just generate if there is no load. So the process has been slow because bringing up a system during off-peak hours is quite a challenge. And that is why we are where we are today. In fact, we tried to hurry the building up of the system, and at about 3 o'clock in the morning, the whole system dropped again. So we are carefully bringing it up. We don't have any significant problem except that which has been isolated. And what I want to confirm is that most of the country is back on power right now. We are trying to bring up the heavy users who are slowly being brought up in line with the supply-demand synchronization. And in another 2-3 hours, we should have the whole country being back in operation. The challenge that we faced yesterday and we've not faced before is we would normally do what we call a black start. A black start is a back feed. Instead of the system giving you power, you feed it with power to start it up. And we would normally use Uganda to backfeed and start up our systems. Unfortunately, yesterday and a few days ago, Uganda line to Kenya has been down because some of the 6 towers on the Uganda side have been down, and therefore we were not able to get the Uganda to support us to backstart or to backfeed and do that black start quickly. So we started using our Kamburu, yes. There's Masinga Kamburu. We backfed the system using Kamburu, which has got a small 500 kVA generator. Started Kamburu and build the system slowly to where we are right now. We do not see any more challenge except correcting the problem that caused the challenge from Lake Turkana. And going forward, we want to basically look at the investment in our network, look at the investment in maintenance, so that these kind of challenges do not arise.
A lot is being done and has been done to ensure that we have security of supply. One of the power generators that we shall be brought on board as soon as possible, as soon as the grid is stable, is Ethiopia. Ethiopia gives us between 100 and 200 megawatts. So as we ramp up generation from geothermal, we're also going to add into the grid Ethiopia, which now is going to ensure that we don't load shed when we are going into the evening.